Hey guys, what's up? This is Mentor Boy 16, and I finished building my Lego Technik 4x4 crawler, or 4x4 is what they say on the box, but who cares? I call it a crawler because it's really slow, and it's supposed to be. But anyway, I'm just going to start by saying, this thing is ginormous! I mean, my hand is pretty big for it's huge, but this thing's ginormous. It's one of the biggest RCs I've personally owned. I mean, it's huge. Another thing I'm going to say is this thing took a long time to build. It took me about this thing actually took me about 12 hours to do. I mean, it is a huge RC unit, or Lego RC truck. It has 1,000, no, not 1,000, it has 3,270 and 27. 1,307. Oh my god, yeah. Sorry, guys. Yes, it has 1,327. There we go. Okay, that's how many pieces it has. 1,327. But this thing is one of the most complicated Lego things I've ever built. It is super complicated. And it actually has differentials, which is extremely cool. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see it very well, but I'm moving that one wheel this way, and the other wheel is moving the opposite way. So it has differentials, which is really cool. And the motor's actually lock. It has lock brakes on the motors, but it has a little bit of play in it, so it kind of shakes like this whenever it stops. But you're not going too fast anyway. So yeah. But it has a lot of suspension play. Although the springs on there are they're kind of stiff. You don't get really much bounciness with it, but you do get a lot of body roll, which is primarily what you want with a crawler. But yeah, and you have the link suspension here. I really don't know what these are actually really doing for it, because because these are actually, the thing is being held together so well by the rest of it and stuff that it really doesn't really need to have that. But it actually has drive shafts for steering, because it steers with all four tires. Like, these tires would go like that, and these tires would go like that to make a right turn. But it's really cool. So, and it's also complicated on the inside. So you open it up here. There's two little body pins here. These two things you pull out on either side. Let me just get my finger in there. And then, yeah, I know, that's what she said. But if I pull out the other one as well, the whole body here lifts up, and that is super cool. One thing to note, guys, if you do get this, or if you are planning to buy this for somebody, the minimum age I would recommend is 10. I mean, this thing, you need a lot of patience to build. So it is a very complicated vehicle to build. So just wanting to point that out right now. But yeah, you see, it's super complex with how it works. It has these little hinging systems here. And here's the receiver and the battery box here. You just pop that up, and then the thing comes out. I tucked my wires underneath there to keep it. Yeah, kind of hard to do this with one hand. Not a very easy filming process. Please don't judge me. I'm not good at this. Okay, there you go. But this thing just pops up and locks, and you can take out the battery box there and disconnect the wires if you need to, and you can service it. I can't really give you guys a really good view of the differentials on this thing, but they're really complex looking differentials. I mean, I've never seen such a complex system on a Lego vehicle. So if I just close the body up, come on, go. Don't want to go down for some reason, which is really ridiculous, but let's see here. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of a pain to have to get it to stay shut when you want it to. And sometimes you just drop the parts. It's really annoying, but yeah. Really, this thing is more, I would actually recommend it more for people who love models. I mean, it's not really a full contact RC. But it is a very cool thing to drive around. You drive this thing around, I can tell you you're going to get a lot of attention from people. I mean, it is just the coolest looking thing. And for me, I consider this a hobby grade because every single part on this thing you can buy extras of. Because you can like look up the part item number and you can buy whatever part you want for this. So, and it's very easy to fix if necessary. The remote for it is extremely tiny in comparison to the car itself. It's kind of mischievous why they would make the remote so small, but they make the car so huge. I mean, what kid would have this tiny of hands who is 10 and under? I mean 10 and older. But I mean, it works pretty well. I like it, and it's very smooth, and it has a little light on there to tell you that the IR is working on there. See the little IR blips going off. And then it has the steering thing here, which this is kind of flimsy. I'd recommend upgrading it. When you get it, I mean, and you have some spare parts left over, I'd definitely recommend making this little steering wheel thing here a little bit better. But other than that, it is really awesome. So if I can see if I can flip it upside down for you without breaking it or breaking my hand because it's so stinking heavy. I mean, this thing weighs about 10 pounds. It's seriously heavy. Okay. Lay it down like that. Okay. So you see these little gearboxes there. Those are the differentials. So those are what this gear here spins, and then it spins this, and then it goes to a bunch of different gears that spin the wheels. I think there's about 10 gears in total for each front and rear unit. So it is a lot of gears. And I'm going to turn it on. The way you turn it on is you go in. Whoop, wrong side. I don't see why they make that one side open if it's the wrong side. I mean, seriously. Turn it around. Open it up by doing that one wheel there. And then flip that switch forward. And you heard that little, I don't know if you heard that beep, but that's the servo going on. And then, see what I mean by the two tires move opposite? And see how I mean by jerking like that? I mean, it is like off and on. Like, these motors are extremely off on. They're not slow like other motors. It's a very responsive motor system. And the doors just lock up because they have those little ball pins on there that hold it in place. But this, guys, this thing, personally, I recommend it to you for a model, really, more than an RC. I mean, this thing's not going to perform as well as a RC car you'd buy at a hobby shop because it's so heavy. This thing's really heavy, guys. So, I would have a scale that could weigh this, but I don't have one. But it is an extremely heavy car. So, I would definitely not recommend this as a full contact RC. I mean, it's fun to drive around in the house, but it's not really a full contact RC car because, you know, it's just so heavy. And it wouldn't really be able to climb up much or anything like that. But it can do some pretty decent bumps. It can go over some pretty decent bumps. But it does get bogged down a little bit if you're going up an incline of any type. So, yeah, but it's pretty cool how it opens up. I mean, for someone who's really interested in just the inner workings of a vehicle, this is just a really good thing to get them. I mean, if you just look at it, it's super complex. But, yeah. Again, guys, it took me 12 hours, and I'm very skilled. I have very good hand-eye coordination with stuff like this, and it took me 12 hours, so it takes a very long time to build, so you need to have patience for it. But anyway, this has been my part 2 review of my Lego Technik 4x4 crawler, and I will be getting another video up on this thing of it actually driving. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Oh, and before I leave, these manuals are like Bibles. They're huge. They have like, I don't know, almost 100 pages each. It's a lot of literature. So, yeah. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. Stay cool, YouTube. Bye.